When should a business upgrade to dedicated PMS and SOP software? Welcome to today's episode. My name is Tom Rolley for systemio.dev. Excited to talk about this. Yesterday, we opened up a discussion around the three major requirements for a business to run. The first was being some kind of storage space, and I'd like to expand that out to also include the tools of your business. So if you're using Infusionsoft or ClickFunnels or Entreport or Kajabi or whatever the actual tools are that you are using, which also would include things like Facebook Ads Manager, Google AdWords, that kind of stuff, they would all come into that collective group of tools that do the work of your business. And then we've got these next two ideas. One is a project management software, a way to manage who's doing what and when, and so other people can see what's going on, so you can see as the business owner what's getting done. And finally, our last category, the standard operating procedures software or manual. So this is how you do stuff. This is your instruction book. Oh, this is how you use Facebook Ads Manager. This is how you use Kajabi. This is how you use Infusionsoft. Here's the steps. Do this, do this, do this, do this. Now, this could be text. This also could be video. And perhaps you might even choose to have a combination of both or a doubling up as well. All of those are possible. And as you grow, you might be wondering, hey, when do I upgrade? When do I make the jump? Well, just before we go there, let's talk about the two basic ways of doing both project management software and standard operating procedure software. Those are Word and Excel. So the project management can easily be handled by Excel, and the process documentation can be handled by Word. Basically, these two tools, which most businesses will have access to either through Microsoft or through Google, doesn't really matter whichever one you want, they will become bundled with Dropbox, or they're bundled with OneDrive or Drive or whatever you want to use with them. But those tools will enable you to get this done. But as you grow and you have more people in your team, you start to run into problems. One on the project management front is that there's just a lot of work going on. And if you have 6, 7, 10, 12 people all operating your business, all doing work, and everybody can see everything, then it can be overwhelming. It can be confusing. Oh, what am I working on? That is when project management software comes in. It's like, oh, okay, great. Now I can just see my work. Or I can ask to see somebody else's work if that's a dependency on my work. It gives, typically you get communications in there as well. The ability to talk and go, hey, what's going on here? When's this going to be ready? But you can have a much greater level of control over who's seeing what when you're managing your projects. And so this may be a reason to upgrade into a project management system like Monday, like Asana, like ClickUp, any of those. There's a whole bunch of them. I think at last count, I saw about 42 different project management software. You're going to have two major types in there. One is a Kanban style like Trello. One is a Excel style like those three that I just listed, Monday, Asana, ClickUp. Most of them are going to be in that Excel style. If you can't see Excel in these project managements, that is a red flag. You should pay attention to that. Go, oh, hang on, I'm missing something here. Yes, you are. Because here's one of the traps. That how you manage your Excel files for project management will translate to how you manage your project management system. If you have dysfunction in how you're managing projects in your Excel, that will not be magically cured by going to software. You might get some benefits. You might get some improvements around the control of what people can see. But if you have fundamental flaws in how you manage the work of your business, these will typically not be solved by project management software. The same with your process documentation. If you have errors in the way that you are setting up your process documentation in Word or in Google Docs, Guess what? The software that runs that, that gives you control over being able to who sees what, who controls what, version updates, auto saves, links to videos, all of that stuff. If you're struggling at a Microsoft Word level, if you're struggling at a Google Docs level, then once again, that dysfunction will come through to the software. So here's the belief that people want you to believe, that suddenly all of your problems with project management go away when you get their project management software. And all of your problems with process documentation will go away when you get that SOP software. But this is just not true. How you do these things makes a difference, whether you're doing them in Excel and in the project management system, or you're doing them in Word and you're doing it in SOP software. These problems will propagate through. They will not be solved by the software. You've got to get it right. And if you're already at that level of you've got project management software and you've got standard operating procedures software and it's just not working, guess what? You need to sort that problem out. It's not going to get solved by the software. If you want help with this, if you're like, man, we are dying. If you are seeing your revenues plateau, if you're seeing increasing fires in your business, errors, mistakes, quality control, team miscommunications, team infighting, guess what? You have problems with these areas. And the interesting thing is adding more people to those problems will not solve it. You actually have a systems problem that is showing up in your people. And until you get your systems on point, your adding of more people to your business will not solve these problems. Basically, you'll just end up having more chaos, more confusion, less done. Make sure you solve the right problem. If you need help setting up your project management system and you need help working with SOP software, then you know what to do. Head over to systemio.dev. Thanks for tuning in for today's episode. I hope you got a lot of value out of it. I certainly enjoyed making it for you. I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode as we continue this journey into the power of systems to create results. See you then.